Post a sweeping Lok Sabha victory, Modi and company had promised that in 60 days, they will change the course of India forever. It's been 2 months and now it's time to present Modi's report card. They began and have successfully restored the confidence of the common public with bolder foreign policies.
Living up to his title of the man who is not afraid to take a bold stand, Modi has changed the way India looks at foreign policies forever. 64-year-old Narendra Modi has dreamt of a new world, a world not run by a soft leader, but a team which will progress together for a developed, peaceful world. Under Modi's leadership, India is already taking bold leaps of faith towards a world where India will not be seen as timid, weak nation.
आंख दिखाने के जमाने चले गए, आंख मिलाने का युग है। सबसे आंख मिला करके कारोबार चलने चाहिए, न आंख झुका करके जीना चाहिए, न आंख दिखा करके जीने का सपना देखना चाहिए। और इसलिए वैश्विक तौर पर मैं कहूंगा, हमें सबसे आंख मिला करके काम करना है, न आंख झुका करके करना है, न आंख दिखा करके करना है।
Yes, he is spearheading a campaign to make India a superpower in the coming days. Modi had asked the electorate 60 months for changing the fate of India. It's just been 60 days and the Prime Minister already seems to be moving mountains. They say change begins at home, and Modi started his work with this agenda. On the first day that he took charge, he opened doors which were closed forever and invited all foreign leaders. With a fresh start, it was time to begin the journey. Modi's first foreign visit was to Bhutan. Until now, Prime Ministers of developing nations pack their bags only to fly to countries which are known as the superpowers of the world. But from day one, Modi's foreign policies were intended to be a game changer. Modi has perfected the art of killing two birds with a single stone. Modi's Bhutan visit means closer ties with SAARC, and closer ties with SAARC can prove to be a weapon which can slow down China's anti-national agendas which could harm India. With his Bhutan visit, it has become clear that India will not tail behind Western nations like a puppet, a policy many other developing nations are known to follow. With his meeting with the Chinese Prime Minister, Modi has kept the door open for closer, prosperous diplomatic ties. With a clean slate, it is the new era of Hindi-Chini bhai-bhai. The BRICS summit was a new milestone for India. With closer ties with the 5 countries which form BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, India has become a force to reckon with. The meeting gave birth to the BRICS Bank with a $100 billion initial capital. It will provide assistance to members in financial difficulty. The bank will be made in China, but for our pride, it will be headed by an Indian.
BRICS must also play a proactive role in shaping the global discourse on growth and development. This includes shaping the post-2015 development agenda to keep the central focus on tackling poverty. We must seek urgent reforms of global institutions of governance like the UN Security Council and international financial institutions.
Coming to our immediate, not-so-friendly nation, Pakistan, like a true statesman, Modi began by offering a handshake of friendship. Despite the friendly gesture, Pakistan is continuing its dirty cross-border terrorism. but Modi is trying to be the beacon of hope and peace. As a gesture of goodwill, Modi gifted Nawaz Sharif a shawl, and in return, Nawaz sent a sari for Modi's mother. Well, it has just been 60 days. What happens to our ties in the coming months is yet to be seen. Apart from foreign policies, there is a plague that is eating India. Modi's secret weapon to fight inflation. Several steps are being taken by the government to bring the price rise of commodities under control. To reduce the cost of essential goods, the Modi government is forming a price stabilization fund to help out different states of India. Interestingly, as mentioned in the BJP manifesto, FCI, Food Corporation of India, will be broken into 3 different parts for speedy work and more accountability. Stringent measures are being taken to punish hoarders. The farmers are also being educated so that they can get a fair price for their product. Modi knows well that there is no magic wand to control the price rise. It is a lengthy process. But in these 60 days, Modi has taken tough initiatives to bring Achhe Din. "24/7 electricity supply for the entire nation." Modi had promised a 24/7 uninterrupted power supply to the whole of India very soon. It's been 60 days, yet almost all of India is suffering from acute power crisis. But well, Modi government is on its toes to fulfill their promise. As per sources, the much-hyped Gujarat model will be followed by the entire nation. Several initiatives are being taken to make uninterrupted power supply available for the common man. The roadmap for this play may be above the understanding of the common man, but the nation is waiting for Modi to fulfill his promise. Better connectivity. The present government is development-oriented. Better connectivity would mean faster development, and now several files which were pending for road, railway or waterways development are now being cleared. The government has announced 100 smart cities in the coming days for the new middle class. Ganga's Bhagirath. The river goddess is known as one of the most polluted rivers in the entire world. Modi made a grand entry in Varanasi during the election and announced that he was summoned by the goddess herself. Now Modi has taken charge, and it is time for him to be the Bhagirath he promised he will be. The roadmap for a cleaner Ganga is now ready. From measures to stop pollution to cleaning the banks of the Ganges, the special committee headed by Uma Bharti is all ready to take action. The budget set aside a sum of 2,037 crore rupees for the mammoth Clean Ganga project, and a sum of 4,200 crore rupees is allocated to develop shipping and tourism in Ganga. In 60 days, the government is indeed creating ripples in the holy river, but it remains to be seen if things go as planned. A soft corner for spiritual cities. People wish to do the Char Dham Yatra with great comfort. People dream of visiting spiritual sites and seek blessings from the Almighty with ease, and now their dream can take flight. The initiative taken by Modi Darbar began with the train connecting Vaishno Devi. He flagged off a new train to Katra, the base town for the Vaishno Devi shrine, on his first visit to Jammu and Kashmir after taking over as Prime Minister. Well, this is only the beginning. Modi has confirmed that soon most of the spiritual places around India will be connected by rail. Rail Minister Sadananda Gowda's rail budget was welcomed both by Modi and the entire country. Modi bites the bullet. Apart from high-speed trains and better railway connectivity, Modi has dreamt of India which flaunts a web of bullet trains. It might sound a far-fetched dream, but his team is working double time to make it a reality. Sadananda Gowda made a special mention of the same in the rail budget. The feasibility for bullet trains in the near future is still being frowned upon by the government, but the positive response is restoring a lot of confidence in the neglected Indian railways once again. The anti-corruption crusade. Modi-led NDA government got a sweeping victory. Modi knows well that the high of victory may lead to many of his ministers losing track with the ground realities. To avert any such situations, Modi has set guidelines. The newly elected MPs of BJP behaved like students and Modi took the role of the headmaster. In his speech, he made it clear that no lapse in governance will be tolerated. The newly elected MPs were told to strictly maintain protocol and shed the garb of administrators and get used to playing the role of sevaks. India said to be tech-savvy. Welfare for the farmers on one side and on the other side, courage for the Jawans. Modi is giving the army a new set of wings. Modi knows well, unless a nation is technologically equipped, it can't see eye to eye with other nations.
I ask our space community to take up the challenge of developing a SAR satellite that we can dedicate to our neighborhood as a gift from India. A satellite that provides a full range of applications and services to all our neighbors.
Modi is breaking all trends now. With a new technologically advanced approach, the nation is marching forward. The budget also proposed new IITs and IIMs to groom skills within India. The Modi trailer, which lasted for 60 days, seems to be giving a new ray of hope. What is in stock for the coming days and what will happen after the much-awaited 60 months of Modi Sarkar? Well, it remains to be seen. A News 9 report.